Hello everyone. In this video we'll see how to create tables, forms and reports by using OpenOffice. So let's get into the practicals. So first you have to install the Apache OpenOffice in your computer. After that just double click to open that software, and it is like a MS Office, but this one is the open source. So here today we are going to discuss about the database concepts. That's why, so among all the options, just click on the database. So here the very first thing is you have to create the database. Within the database only you can create the tables. So here they have given two options. One option is you have to create the new database. Second option is if there is any existing database in your computer, you can select the database and you can work on that. So now here I am going to create the new database. So that select create new database, and after that click next. So here, yes, reach the database for me. You have to make it sell this one, and after that open the database for editing and create the tables using table wizard, and after that just click on finish. Now it asks you to save the current database, means here you have to give the name for your database. So here I am giving the database name is IT class 10. So here database is saved with the extension .odf. After that just click on save. Now your database has been saved in which folder? You just open your computer, go to libraries, in documents. So here I have saved your database, and what is the database name? IT class 10. This is the database I have created for you. It has been saved here. Now let's get into the concept here. So after creating the database, so your window will be open like this. So here in left side, here one window is there for database. Here they given you different options like tables, queries, forms and reports. And after that, for each option, so what are the different tasks you can do, all the things will be visible here. If you click on the tables, what are the different options for creating the tables, that is visible here. And after clicking the queries, so here what are the different options for creating the queries. And here after clicking on the forms, here it will show you the different options about how to create the forms. So after clicking on the remote reports, here it will show you the different options for creating the reports. So first you have to deal with the tables. So first select on the tables, and here just click create a table in design view. Now already we have discussed in relational database, data is organized in the form of tables, means in the form of rows and columns. So here whenever you want to create the table, you have to mind about three things mainly. The very first thing is table name, second thing is column names, third thing is data types. So here we are giving the different column names in our table, and here we have to specify the data type of the column. For suppose I want to create the table for student registration. So first I want to generate registration number. So by default it is a char. You have to change this data type to the integer, and after that I want to take the name of the student, so that is varchar. After that I want to take the age, so age should be the integer. Here you have to select the data type as the integer, and after that I want to take the school name, so that is in the varchar. So this is the way I have taken the four columns: registration number, name, age, school, and along with the column name I have given the data types also. After giving all the things, you have to make one thing as the primary key. So by using the primary key only we can identify each record in the table. So already we have discussed about the primary key. Its value should not be repeated and it should not take the null value. So here I want to make the registration number as the unique, means I want to make it as the primary key. Just right click here, and here one option is there, primary key. Just select this one. See this one key symbol has been displayed here, means this column has made as the primary key. And here it is showing that auto value is no. Auto value no means it value should be entered manually. If you keep it as, that value will be taken automatically. Now which value should take? So here you can specify that. So here I want to take it as the just number only. Just give that one. And so that's it about this one. Just make it okay. So after entering the column names and after entering the data types of the columns, just click on save. Now it asks you to enter the name for your table. Now here I am giving the name for the table is stud. Now just click on OK. Means your table has been successfully created. So just close this one and go to the tables, and here it will show you that what are the tables you have created in this database. So till now how many tables I have created? One table, the table name is stud. Now again if I want to create another table, just again click here. I want to create the table for employees. First one is employee number. So here I take the data as integer and employee name and salary. Salary should be the again integer, and make the employee number as the primary key and click on save. So here I am giving the table name as EMP. Now it has been saved successfully. See this one. Now in your database you have created the two tables. First table is employee, second table is stud. Now just open the stud table. See this one. Here it is clearly showing that there are 4 columns are there: registration number, name, age, school. But here registration number it is showing the auto field, means its value will be taken automatically. Means you doesn't need to enter. Now if you open the second table, here it asking you to enter the employee number, because I didn't make it as the automatically generating or auto option. If you make it as auto means that value will be generated automatically, otherwise you have to enter manually. Now let's work on the student table. Just this is the student table. So in this table you can feed the data right now by using this option. So here you can enter the student name as Anil, and after that you can enter the age 25, school I am entering KVM. If you click on the next, see this one, automatically its value has been taken as 0. If you want to make it as 1, you can make it as 1. So means you can enter manually as well as automatically it can be taken. Now if I want to add the another student, now here I am entering the Varun, age is 30, NSB, and click on next. See this one, registration number has been automatically generated. Here I did not enter the registration number, but it has been generated. Now here, for suppose if the registration number is 1000 for first time, 1001. Now onwards I am trying to enter Mahesh is 29, DPS. So it's continued from 1002. Like this you can add the data in the table. Now I want to add 2 more records. After that here we can go through some other options. Now here I want to add 2 more student details, and age is 27 and GMR. And now entering 34 and CS. Yeah. So total here I entered the 5 student details. So here if you want to perform different data analysis operations, still you can do it here. For suppose here if you go through this one, here there are 3 options are there. These 3 options are used for sorting the data in the table. So here they have given the 3 options. In this case if you click on the sort ascending, so here based on the primary key column it will keep the table data in ascending order. And if you click on this one, Based on the primary key column, table data has been kept in the descending order. Have you observed that earlier? 1004 Srinivas 34 NCS at the bottom. Now it is at top. Means A to Z in down arrow means it is in ascending order. Z to A down arrow means it is in the descending order. Means automatically it sort the table data by using the primary key value. Now if I want to arrange the table data by using some other column like age by name like that, then you have to go through this option. Just click on sort. Now here you have to select the column name. By using which you want to sort the table data. So here I am selecting the age. I am keeping the order ascending order and click on OK. See this one. Now whole table data has been arranged in ascending order of the age. This is the way you can sort the table data in either ascending or descending order. Now along with this you can go through some other filter options. Just click on this one. So just select the field name age. Now here you can place the condition age greater than value I have given 28. So means I want to see the student's data whose age is greater than 28. Just click on OK. See this one. Now here it is displaying only students whose age is about 28. So actually when there are less number of students it's not a big matter. When there is a thousands of students, then these options are very helpful. So actually database concept is only for handling the huge amount of data, not for handling the small amount of data. So here we are doing examples, that's why I am taking the few rows only. Now after that if I want to remove the filter, just here into option is there, just click this one, it will become as it is. So this is the way you can store the data in the table. And next thing we are going to discuss about the forms. Generally forms purpose is it provides the user a systematic way of storing information into the database. So means generally whenever you are filling your data, directly you are not filling in the table. Instead of that one, they'll give you the GUI interface like this. Means they'll give some graphical images like one boxes are there. Within that boxes you are typing the data and you are clicking on submit. After that your data will be directly stored into the tables. Actually end users directly does not enter the data in the tables. Instead they'll enter the data in this type of GUI interfaces. After that this data will be stored into the tables. So let us see how to create these forms for the given tables. So again just open the Office. So in our database option here you have to click on the forms. After clicking in this one, just you have to go to the tasks box. So here select the use wizard to create a form. Now this is the form wizard. Now here you have to create a form. So whenever you are creating a form, means you are accepting the data from the user and you are inserting into the table. Means user directly not entering the data in the table like this. User should not enter like this because user may accidentally disturb other person data. So that is the only reason what we are doing. We have to create the forms. So like this will show you the wizard. So first you have to select the table for which you want to create the form. Now here I am selecting the stud table. I have selected the stud table. So here how many columns are there? 4 columns are there. Now which columns you want to include in the form, you have to select here. Select the column, click this one, means this column has been shifted here. Select the age, this column has been shifted here, means in the form which columns you want to include. So like this you can take it. Now if you use this double arrow, all the columns will be included, means all the columns will be taken from the user. Now after that just click on next. Here it asks you to set up any subform, means I don't want to create any subform, just leave it like this and go to the next. So here it will show you the design like this. Now you have to select the design for your form. So see this one, I have selected this design, means registration number. After that box will be there, within this box user can enter the data. And if I select this one, it will show you first name will be there, and in next line box will be there. Like this there are different designs are there, so you can select the what are the design you want. So now I am selecting this design, and after that just click on next. So here what is the purpose of the form here? This form is used for entering the new data only. We are not disturbing the existing data. So here our motto is just to accept the new data from the user. So that's why I have selected this option, and after that just click on next. So here they have given the different styles, different background colors and designs, all the things. So as per your requirement, as per your interest, you can select any one design for you. Gray, water, anything, or red. I have selected the red. And after that here some graphical boxes are there. For these boxes what is the view you want to keep it. So here you can select all the views. I kept the 3D look, and after that click on next. So here it asks you to give the name for your form. Stud underscore form. I have given the name. Stud form I have given the name, and here I want to work with the form and make select this one and click finish. Now for your table one form has been created. Actually this form is linked with the stud table. So whenever you are inserting any data here and saving, then your data will be directly inserted into this table. So let us see. So here registration number will be automatically generating, that's why don't touch, autofill they have shown. Now here I want to enter the data. I am entering the name Sunil, and his age is some 24, and he is from school SKD. After filling the data, what you have to do, just you have to click on the save record. That record has been saved. See this one here, registration number has been automatically generated. Actually we did not enter the registration number, because of autofill it will be generated automatically. And after that just go to the table and just click on refresh. See this one 1005 Sunil, age 24, school is SKD. The data has been inserted into your table from the given form. Now I want to add the another student record. So here just click on this one, new record. Now again it asks you to enter the new student data, and here I am entering the another student details, Swami, and age is 38, and is in that Narayana. He is from the Narayana. And here just click on the save record. So here registration number will be automatically generated, and now this data will be directly inserted into your table. So just go to the table, and here till now how many students data is there? 1 2 3 4 5 6. And if you click on refresh, one new student data has been added. 1006 is the registration number, name is Swami, age is 38, school is from Narayana school. So this is the purpose of the form, means without interacting the table directly, we collect the data from the users by using some systematic method, and after that this data should be inserted into the table, means user should not have any knowledge about the tables. And next we are going to discuss about the reports. So generally the purpose of the reports is just to display the data in a summarized manner, means actually we are storing the huge amount of data in the tables. So from the table, instead of looking at the data in the table view, now for taking the purpose of taking the printouts and for showing the data to others, we have to generate some report in some systematic manner, so that it will get a good looking document and people can understand easily. Like this you want to generate some reports. So generally, so report looks like this one. Here you can see this one. So here title will be there, and here who is the author and on which day they are generating. Here from the table, instead of displaying the all data, from the selected columns you can display the data. So for this you can give some designs and all the things you can give. So generally in a table data is not stored in some with proper formatting, means only plain data will be stored. For that there is no designs will be applied. So whenever you are generating the reports, means you can give different designs and layouts for your data, so that it will be a good looking. So let's get into the practical. So again, as usual in the database, here one option is there, reports. So here just use a wizard to create a report. So here, so for where you are creating the reports, on which data you are creating the report, you have to do it first. So first here you have to select the table, on which table you want to create the report. So here I am dealing with the student table, means I am dealing with this data. See this one, here one data is there. For this data I want to create the report. So that is the only reason. Now that is the only reason I am selecting the stud table for creating the reports. Now in reports, what data I want to display, you have to select registration number, name, age, school. If you want to display all the things, you have to shift all columns here. For suppose I don't want to display the registration number, select this one, just remove from here, it will go this side. So means among all the fields except registration number, I can display the name, age, school. So this is the way you can select. So now initially I want to display all the columns. Now after that just click on next. Now here in your table, these are the names. See this one in your database. So for this table, column names already have given at the time of creating the tables. Now in reports, what names you want to give. So here instead of like this, I want to give like this, registration number. So instead of simple name, I want to give student name, age as on today, name of school. So means these are the names to be displayed on the reports. These are the names in the table. Now just click on next. Now if you want to do any grouping and all the things, actually I don't want to do the grouping, so that's why just click on next. And here they have given one more option, whether you want to keep the data order in any way or not, means whether you want to display the data in ascending order of the age, descending order of the registration number, like this. If you want to do it, you can go with this option. Right now I don't want to go with that. With this also I'll tell you once again. So that's why just click on next. And after that, see this one, here your report will looks like this one. So if you want to give any other designs, you can select the design. See this one, after selecting the each design, here its look is getting changed. This is one design. Now I want to keep this design. This design looks good. See this one, if you carefully observe that in table, what is the column? REGNO, but it is showing the registration number. Here there it is showing the name only, but here I am writing the student name. So like this you can keep this one. And for headers and footers, if you want to give any design, see this one, in background one bubble design is there. If you want to keep it, and you can give some design for the headers and footers. Now I am giving the bubbles design, yeah, in background. So here you can sell the orientation of the page. So later on you can take the printout of this report, whether you want to give it in landscape or portrait, anything you can select here. See this one, so this is the portrait, means like A4 paper in vertical manner. Now I have selected the portrait and just click on next. And here you can give the name for your report. I have given the stud report, make it dynamic report and create report now. Just click on finish. So on the table data, this report has been generated. See this one, what is the other name? B. Srinivas and date, and this is the report. So whatever the data in the table that has been, so this is the data, same data will be there in the report with some settings and some formatting, so that it looks in some good looking document. so that later on you can take the printout and you can submit to anyone. So if the table contains huge amount of data, so your data will be expanded over the different number of pages. So right now whole content is present in single page. So this is the way you can generate the reports. Let us generate one more report, so with selected columns. So let us see. So just go to the reports, again use wizard to create the report, and here select the table on which you want to create the report. I have selected the student table. Here I want to display the name of the student who registered and in which school he is studying. I want to include these two things only, except that I don't want to keep anything. So just click on next, and after that here I am writing name of student, means name to be displayed on the report, and school name. After that click on next, and here whether you want to do any grouping, I don't want to do, just next. So whether you want to keep it in any sorting order. So here based on the name of the student, means as per the name of the student I want to keep them in alphabetical order. I want to display the students data as per the alphabetical order of their name. So that's why I have given sort by. I have selected the column name is name, and after that I want to keep in ascending order, means A to Z. If you keep in descending order means Z to A. And next, so here we have to select the layout and design. So already we have discussed. Now go through this one. This one is good, and I am going with the theme bubbles, default theme compact. Yeah, it looks good. Now here I want to keep it in the portrait. It looks good, yeah, and click on next. And here for this one you can give the name report modified. I have given the name, and click on finish. So now look at this, see this one new report has been created. So here I am including only two columns from the table. I am including name of the student and school name, and here you can see this, you can observe one more thing, that all the student data has been arranged in ascending order of their names in alphabetical order. I think you can clearly see this one, A, M, S, 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 V, V, and if the first letters are same, and it will check the second lateral alphabetical order. So this is the way you can generate the reports. So generally the main motto of the reports is just to take the printouts with some more designs and some more formats for printing the good looking document. And one more thing, if you don't want to give the whole table data to the user, so you can generate the reports on the selected columns, and later on you can convert this into the PDF or Word document. You can take the printouts. So I hope that you are clear with the tables, forms and reports. So you have to mainly focus on that one, on which table you have created the data. Same table should be used for the form, and the same table should be used for the reports. So then only data will be interlinked properly. I hope that everyone is clear, and if you have any doubts you can ask me here. That's all.